jibu nalongoja unalo mwenyewe. Mpenzi, usiseme wanipenda kwa maneno. My baby, nataka unionyeshe mahala, nidekeze, sikuzaliwa jana. Ukinificha nitajua, sikuzaliwa jana. Ukinificha nitajua. Nipende, usiogope kusema nipende, usiogope kusema pende, usiogope kusema pende, usiogope kusema ukinitenda. Wanitia shaka sana ukinyamaza, baby. Nataka kalamu tukajua unanipenda. Amia tawazazi wako shanichagua. Sikuzaliwa jana, ukinificha nitajua. Sikuzaliwa jana, ukinificha nitajua. Nipende, usiogope kusema nipende, usiogope kusema pende, usiogope kusema pende, usiogope nitaumia moyoni ukinitenda, baby. Nipende, usiogope kusema nipende, usiogope kusema pende, usiogope kusema pende, usiogope kusema.
Yes, karibuni sana to the People Correspondence show on the Blatant Network Media for the 21st century. I hope that you are doing fantastic and that your days are coming along just fine. At 23 minutes past 2 p.m. right here in Nairobi. It's actually a very hot afternoon. I bet it might rain maybe perhaps later on, but that is up to nature. But welcome to the broadcast. In Swahili, we normally do say karibuni sana, which simply means you are most welcome and feel at home. For those that have been supporting the Blatant Network, we truly value and appreciate your support, even by sharing the links of the shows to your friends, to your colleagues, to your families, and of course, even to your even to the rest of your friends, which is very, very much important. My name is Spikes, and on the 54 Correspondence show, this is a broadcast where we get to discuss African issues with the aim of helping each and every one of our audience understand Africa better. We still want to apologize for the noises from the outside, but anyhow, we hope that you are jamming with us and also that you are enjoying a little bit of that music. We shall be talking about different countries today on the continent. We shall be talking about Seychelles, because Seychelles is a beautiful island country, and some of us do know that for most island countries, they are considered to be relatively stable when it comes to political issues, and they are also very much secure, which is much important. So I will take us all the way into Seychelles, and you will see a little bit for yourself what happens to go down in Seychelles. It's an island on the Indian Ocean. We do have many other islands on the Indian Ocean, on the Atlantic, but this one is also, of course, found on the Indian Ocean. Check it out.
What's up, guys? How are you doing today? It's Tyre I know here again, and today I want to show you guys my experience traveling to one of the smallest countries in the world and the smallest country in Africa. It's a country called Seychelles. So a lot of people hear about Seychelles, and the thing that comes to most people's mind is that Asia. I also thought Seychelles was in Asia till I did some research and discovered that it is actually in Africa. Currently at Ethiopian airport, about to board a flight to Seychelles Island. I want to go to Seychelles Island to see what it has to.
The two things to say about this particular video is that Ethiopia Airlines is known to be the most successful airliner on the continent, and therefore on many travel videos you will hear the people giving a quick shout out to Ethiopian Airlines because it's one of the most renowned here on the continent.
So come along with me. Alright, Seychelles Airport. We've got a cab, we booked an accommodation online on booking.com, and the accommodation did not exist. We basically traveled how many thousand miles to get to an island in the Indian Ocean, and our accommodation did not exist. We were in a bit of a fix. We had to find an accommodation. So we just got 1.5 gig for 300 rupees. $20. That's expensive.
Why is it so expensive?
Why is it so expensive?
Well, we import everything. We don't have.
Okay, you don't produce anything here.
No, not really.
Which is rather funny. It happens for most other African nations. You do find that people really getting to import almost everything. For here, I do see they have an Absa Bank, which is also very much popular on the continent. It used to be Barclays Bank, which originally is from London. And if you go to many African countries, you do have the Absa Bank right here in Nairobi and the rest of the counties in Kenya. If you go to Uganda, you'll have also Absa Bank there. If you go to Tanzania, you'll find Absa Bank. It's widely spread out. It has so many branches across the continent, and it's good. No, but they are saying now for a room, which is the cheapest they would get, I believe, was $20. And in many other African countries, you might even get a decent room for about maybe 10 or 15. But anyhow, that's the experience.
Currently in front of my hotel here, which is behind me. The sun was just setting as we came. Funny thing is the plane comes from this direction, so it's and then it landed behind those mountains. We're looking up.
When it comes to the sunsets, yesterday I was talking about a company that has decided to give a ranking of some of the most beautiful sunsets or the sunrises on the continent. In Cape Town, I believe, came up on top because they were using Instagram posts to show which places have been mentioned the most when it comes to sunrises and also sunsets. Cape Town happened to be one of the most mentioned places. We also do have Nairobi, Kampala, and also Egypt. You know, there is also some places in Egypt that have also been mentioned rather many times.
Enough to get one hotel that still had some availability, but the room we're given wasn't even like a nice room. This room costs $200. Hotels are much more pricier here as compared to places like Zanzibar, where you also get to experience the Indian Ocean too. This is basically what I got for $200. It's not bad, but
$200.
we are the only black people I saw in the hotel, in the whole hotel.
What? $200 is $200 is too expensive for a room. $200 is too expensive. I would just tell you for fact. And if he says comparatively, when you went to Seychelles, it was too expensive compared to that Zanzibar, I would agree. Zanzibar is also not very cheap, but for $200 you'd get probably like 3 days or like 4 days in Zanzibar. So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to get a room for a night for $200. If at all he's in it for a night, then it must be very expensive. If it's for maybe some couple of days, then maybe it's considered.
Were just white people everywhere. And even the way we were treated, when we got, they asked some questions, they don't answer you. It was just weird. I didn't really like the treatment, and I'm probably going to make a whole different video about this. So this is the first time ever I'll travel to somewhere, and I already start feeling like, oh, I need to go back home. First time ever. Enough about the problems, let me go into the good stuff. First off, Seychelles is a very beautiful island. We're on Mahe.
are beautiful in our own different ways because we are mixed. I'm of you to show that. You see? We are different. We are mixed races. I love that for us.
I think we should explore a few solutions.
Grammarly suggestions catch when you're.
I believe there's also a problem in that when you do have the locals are saying that they are wonderful because they are mixed. We have many other countries which are like that. I have talked about Cape Verde. Cape Verde, they also see themselves more as a Portuguese than they do want to identify as African, which is also a problem. So if you were to go to the Seychelles and the first thing they tell you is how mixed they are, then there will be a problem with that. You can foresee a problem with that.
To get around Mahi, one of the things you need to note is you need to get a vehicle.
So back when I was in Cape Town was right-handed driving. So I sort of got used to it. In Nigeria, where I'm from, it's so different. Even the side of the road you're driving on is also very different. So one of the most important parts is if you're coming down here, rent a vehicle. If not, you're not going to enjoy yourself. It's going to be very stressful. Because a cab, if you're renting cab, just to take you from one place to another place, it's like 40 euros, which is a whole lot. Found a new spot. This is where I am currently at. It's a boutique hotel. It costs around 110 euros. This one is way better than the first one we saw that was very crappy and they had really crappy service. I'm just heading out now to go to
this is 110 euros, which is rather expensive, but compared to the other one, it's cheaper because the other one was going for 200 per night. And for Seychelles, I didn't know these about Seychelles. It seems to me like it's pretty expensive to be doing anything in Seychelles. And like you also did here, if you're black, you'll find a whole lot of white people in Seychelles. And if you're black, the service is lousy. They will not be responding quickly. They will just be taking a whole damn time and serving our white people fast, which is crazy. But this is an island on the continent of Africa, on the Indian Ocean, not very far from Madagascar. We also do have a Zanzibar, which is also another one on there. We also do have Mauritius, and we also do have the Tagos Island. Let me see if I can share with us where we do find it on the map, so that maybe perhaps you can understand a little bit much better where Seychelles is found. Let me share these. It seems like it's pretty expensive. But I've had people saying about going or touring Seychelles for maybe things like anniversaries, or maybe things like honeymoons, or such like things. But this is where you find Seychelles on the continent. And like you did here, the brother here says it's really pricey. So this is it. This is where you do find Seychelles. According where you do find this particular map, you can see this map up here. It's not supposed to be very far from Tanzania. When you are, this is Tanzania here, this is Kenya here, this is the Indian Ocean. The whole of this is the Indian Ocean. We do have Madagascar here, and then we do have Tanzania here. We do have Mozambique here. So if you were to measure, you will find it either very close to Tanzania from Zanzibar, or also not very far from Kenya as well. This is Mombasa here. Each way you do find this island. It's made up of places like Mahe, and also some other different spots on it right there. Like you can see on this particular one, according to the equator, it's below the equator. If you were to make it adjacent, this is Tanzania. And we also do have, it might be Kenya, Tanzania here. If you live in Kenya or Tanzania, it's somewhere on there. And if you get to ask me about the naming of the Indian Ocean, this is not even anywhere close to India. This should have been the African Ocean, but we do not have an African Ocean, simply because the name itself would make people lay claim on the wealth of the maritime wealth.
the corner store to see if I can get something to eat. Behind me is an example of a grocery store you can come to buy stuff. They also have some stores that they sell food.
that you can also buy. Like we're about to buy spaghetti bolognese.
This is vanilla. This is yeah, but it's famous. Everybody likes this burger,
Oh,
so you
okay.
have to try this one.
Thank you. This is the liquor indigenous to Seychelles. This is their local drink here. I want to test it out, see what it tastes like. Recommended by her.
I was asking the lady, like, where did they produce this drink?
You have to be prepared. You don't just go and say, I want to drink takamaka. Made in Seychelles, very strong but very good.
This is their distillery. It's a dope place to come and experience. They have this drink. It's called the Takamaka drink. And it's really nice. I've been drinking it since I came here. So we came to the distillery to figure out how the drink was made. Hope I don't get drunk before.
Vanilla. This is white rum.
Yeah, white rum.
So I had white rum. That was. I'm taking a bottle of this one.
Same as a pineapple.
Other one. Ooh, yeah, it burns.
Shaka and Maka right here. Shaka, the small one, is 15 years old. And Maka, the huge one, is 19.
We're stuck in traffic because
I'm just wondering how many years our turtles are lived to be. They say the small one is 15, the older one is 19. I don't know how what's the lifespan of a turtle or how long they live to be, but anyway, that's a turtle. It's really not a turtle. That's a turtle. Sorry.
this building in front of us is burning.
Wow.
This shit is really burning.
There's a path, the path leads to the Chinese gallery.
What's up, G? Damn, this one is big. I think it's the biggest one there. We are currently in a giant tortoise enclosure and we're feeding them this right here. This is their food, this is their lunch. Don't bite me or like the one in Zanzibar. This is tortoises or tortoises. Are you sure that's correct?
I believe so.
Tortoises, they are 13 numbers. There's some on land and there's some in the water. Some niggas get a freaky. Oh, it's the guy out pretty nice. Walking on the streets of Seychelles, currently in the center of the city. You can see this clock right here. This is one of the major landmarks here. They have a general market here. We just want to come here and see what happens here.
What I haven't heard them mention is the local languages are in Seychelles, because if you decide to plan or if you're planning to go to a place and I really do not know the local language, it might give you a hard time trying to get more to move from one area to another different places. It's to 200 to 300 years, but okay, that's a long time. But I was just saying, for Seychelles is expensive. You know, comparing Seychelles to Zanzibar, it does not even make sense. You know, they're saying for a room, for a night, they were charged for the first night, they were charged $200 for the room, and then they had to move from that particular place because it was expensive. The next one they got was $110, you know, for the night. And also I would understand, because nothing else is made in Seychelles for them. It's all about tourism. It's a main revenue earner for the country. So if they did not overcharge everything, then it means that nothing will you know, there will not be any money to run the government. So that is why they have to overcharge everything. And from that perspective, it might not be the traveler's island. It might not be the tourist favorite, because if you compare the same to Zanzibar, Zanzibar is also on the Indian Ocean, but the rates are relatively cheaper. This brother, this is a brother from Nigeria. The other time you were also on the show, we were talking about his tour to Cape Verde, and he also showed us a little bit of Cape Verde. The only problem is that for Cape Verde is that it was colonized by the Portuguese, and therefore you would also have to understand how to speak in Portuguese while you are in Cape Verde. But I don't believe this is also the case. This is the case for Seychelles. Let me just confirm if Seychelles was a French colony. Okay, it was under the British. I see. Although Seychelles was controlled by the British beginning of 1794, Britain did not assume the full control until 1810. The rule was later formalized in 1814 with the Treaty of Paris. In 1903, Seychelles became a crown colony, but was still controlled by the British government. So, if you were to go to Seychelles, I was just making a confirmation. If you were to go to Seychelles, then you will not really have a problem. The only problem will be is everything is overpriced because they do not have industries there. They have to import everything from fertilizers, from their foods, from the textiles. They would have to import everything. And therefore, the only income or the only revenue earner for the country is tourism. And therefore, they'll have to overcharge on everything because white people control it, and mostly white people go there. Yes, true. And also, from the ladies, there are some ladies, I think, who are also hosting these gentlemen and their friend. And they were saying they do pride in, they are mixed people. So for them, their pride is being mixed. I don't think they also want to have anything to do with the African. The brother earlier on from Nigeria, he said that the treatment towards Africans in Seychelles is sloppy. You know, it's lousy treatment. If you're talking about services, you might have to wait for a longer period than the typical European would, which is also crazy because they have more value and more attachment to the European that they want to deal with the rest of the African. Let me share a little bit of it, then we shall talk about what's happening with the continent of Africa in Nigeria. Because in Nigeria right now, it's like, I have always said that Nigeria is ungovernable. This is a proof from a train attack that did happen recently. Well, let me share this from Madagascar. Sorry.
200 rupees?
What about this one?
How much is it? 500 for one? Wow.
Yeah, they're in the center of one of their major markets here, and this is where they sell fish, they sell fruits, they sell anything that you need to get here. And I think you can get it here at a cheaper price. There are also a lot of tourists here, as you can see around me. It's like a tourist market. They also have like food stuff and everything. Anything you need to probably cook in your house, they sell everything. I think upstairs is where they have more fashion items. They have clothes. Downstairs is majorly for food stuff. I'm really tired. Are you not tired already?
I'm hungry.
You're always hungry, not the video.
I'm hungry.
Ladies like fine dining, definitely. You gotta appease the ladies. What can you do? She told me about a place called Kerala Beach Hotel, and this place is really nice.
The found is really.
When it's our brothers and our sisters from the rest of the continent are going there, he was saying earlier on that you have to answer a couple of questions. You know, they want to know what you're doing there and why you are there, you know, simply because you're not European. And they would not be asking the same questions to the Mzungu, which is typical of many other places that you will go, island countries on the continent. Talking about Mauritius, I'm not sure about Madagascar, but for Mauritius, Seychelles, Sao Tome and Principe, what other island country do you have? Maybe the Chagos Island as well, which is also part of Mauritius. But anyhow, these are a little bit of the experience are there. If you do have, you're looking for a place to like just disappear off to and really just go on like I don't know, like I said, an anniversary or like a honeymoon or like something like that, and you really have that money, then you might find yourself in Seychelles from Ethiopian Airlines.
Awesome hotel that has a really nice restaurant that we want to check out and grab it to have a meal in. It's called Kerala Beach Hotel. It's nice. Somebody's having a meal here. So the good part about this place is that there's a private beach all to yourself. They're staying here. When I stayed here before, but the price is $400 something. So
damn. Also, this is also pricey. They say that we wanted to stay here before, but the prices are $400. So if you're going to the place in Seychelles and you want to spend the night there and it's $400, For $400, you will be able to stay in Zanzibar for a whole lot of for a long time. For $400, because you also do have Mombasa and also other islands. Let me just talk about other islands. For $400, these will not only be one night, but you can get maybe perhaps you might get 4 nights. You might get 4 nights for $400. Assuming one night is $100 in most places on the continent. Like I did say, Mombasa, Dar es Salaam, and maybe some parts of Zanzibar. I would assume, but this is really, it's crazy. But anyhow, there are people still dining and fine dining in our Seychelles.
I say no. This place is really futuristic. I think of all the hotels I've been to, this is probably one of the best ones. And one thing about Seychelles is if you see a really nice hotel, it's going to be very expensive. I'm having pork ribs.
I can imagine the sunrise and the sunset that you see at this place. Food was okay. Sometimes most of these expensive restaurants, their food is it's not like it's expensive. It's just the ambience. It's not really like food is like mad like that.
The brother just lost his money there. He says the food was really not that top notch.
Next up was Eden Island. Ooh.
Every person who's come to Enaki has lit up. To be honest, I think a lot of people who've heard that we want to live here also understand that we really fully believe in this vision that we want to create.
At Enaki, you can come in as a spinster, find a life partner, experience the joy of parenthood, and grow old together.
That's a place, and I think that's property in Kenya. That's not in our Seychelles, but anyhow.
It's beautiful, man.
So guys, this is an awesome viewpoint. You can come and see the whole island. I can even see the airport from here. The airport is just there. That's also Eden Island. It's like a really nice spot for if you want to buy real estate or you want to invest in real estate. And I'm here with all these beautiful people. Where's your face? Show your face now. And we have to experience this awesome viewpoint, and it's really cool.
So Eden Island is similar to the Palms Island in Dubai. It was an island that they built in the middle of the Indian Ocean, and it's majorly for real estate. So if you're looking to invest in real estate in Seychelles, this is where you come to check out. They have buildings there, beautiful buildings. Imagine you're living in a house, and in front of the house is the Indian Ocean. Clear, blue-ass water. You don't even need to do a swimming pool because the water is like a swimming pool. You can just wake up in the morning and jump inside.
If somebody was to ask you, what's so unique about Seychelles, what would you tell them?
Our culture, our beaches.
Ooh.
No beaches built for that station.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We're just driving by on the road and we stop by. And the beach is here. It's an island, so there's beach on all sides. What do you mean by the beach?
Jump in the water.
There's an activity that they perform here yearly. It's called the Creole Festival. And luckily enough, I came at a time when this activity is happening. It's like a dance festival. And it's happening right in front of me.
The Seychelles culture is very mixed. But there's one thing that brings us together. That's a conglomerate of all the cultures that is in.
They always keep on saying how mixed the culture is. And like I did say, if you go to any other place, like Seychelles, you get almost a month. Yeah, but it's 400 a night in Seychelles. Come to think of it, the first place they got, and the hotel was $200 a night. And but I understand Seychelles because nothing else also happens there, apart from the brewery or the refinery that they have there for making that Kawawaki drink. I have not seen anything else happen there in terms of a production. So everything else is imported: textiles, petroleum products, fertilizers, and almost everything else. They do not make anything there. And I'm also thinking they do not have a lot of resources in terms of minerals. You know, for other countries, they are exporting bauxite, platinum, diamond, oil. For this country, I'm not sure whether they have a whole lot of things we need to get to set out outside and import. But anyhow, I just wanted to juxtapose that with somewhere else on the continent of Africa. Like I said, the 54 corresponding show just about showing us different facets or different views of the continent of Africa. And I want to take us all the way into Zambia, which has also had a problem with the matter of homelessness and also the increase in the number of street children or street families in Zambia. And I would say this has been brought up because of the issue of poverty in this country. In Seychelles, I have really not seen, maybe they have not shown us that side where we do have, of course, all African countries, all, I would say almost all. It would, of course, be almost certainly almost 100 bet that we do have street families and street children in every other African country. But for Zambia really gets to stand out, as well as Nairobi, because you will see that the society or the fabric of the society or the family fabric has broken apart. And therefore, that is why you will find challenges such as this that I'm about to show you from Zambia. And you can see it for yourself. How people are living in Zambia. And these are the street children and a matter of health in Zambia.
Now, any person walking or driving the streets of our country has certainly seen kids and younger people that have made the streets their home. On Health Trail today, we look at the health issues and challenges.
Another death of a street kid, another moment of mourning for all those that were connected to her. The street children phenomenon is an increasing problem in most parts of Zambia. But while society often looks at this class of people as a social menace, they actually have serious health problems which usually go unnoticed and result into death.
This is a burial procession of a former street kid who was taken into care.
She sadly succumbed to tuberculosis and other opportunistic infections which she contracted while she lived on the street.
The rate of infection and reinfection is skyrocketing because mostly now from a bunch of 5 girls, it's either 3 or 4 are positive and 1 is negative and probably in her window period. So it's so devastating, looking at the rate at which we are moving.
It is estimated that by the year 2006, Zambia was home to around 75,000 street children, though new unofficial statistics suggest the figure has more than doubled. Different reasons are attributed to streetism in Zambia. The main ones are poverty, peer pressure, rural-urban migration triggered by the search for a better living, and the declining strength of the extended family systems as a result of death emanating from epidemics such as AIDS. But when these children are on the street, they become social victims of the very communities they hail from, and when they fall ill, they rely on well-wishers to take care of their health needs. This girl, for instance, is HIV positive and has had a relapse of TB because of lack of adherence to medication. She contracted the disease while on the street. She's still a minor, and like the others I interviewed, their identities have been blurred and concealed to protect them from stigma.
Positive with them 20.
Okay, where you find that they will pay more to the lodge and pay a very little amount to the girl. We have the taxi drivers, minibus drivers, conductors, minibus conductors. We have the destitutes, the people that come in to sell their products, and they actually live within Soweto. So they target our girls as their clients. So you find that also there are boys that have lived on the street. It's a community on its own. So they sleep around with the same boys and the rest of the men from different walks of life.
Life on the street can indeed be tough.
Ndabona dwala po jewe mtantamfu ya makazi. Boda boda. Sima mvira bini. Funa go bwedera kumanyuma.
Msifirisi. Ta bora bora. Nombirwa na sapona. Atuwakana mamuna ka wamuna kulivina kuvipondo. Kwa wakana wale pia. Mtu nyura bangu. Vovara kungamba, vovara papesika family.
Today on Health Show, we've been trailing the health.
That's a little bit of the challenges that you will find on the streets in Zambia, and that is not just in Zambia, but I think particularly for Zambia, the situation is much more. It's crazy, but also there's also in contrast to what happens also in Kenya. Because also in the streets of Nairobi, you might think that Nairobi people are living, there's a difference, but it's still the same. You'll find here.
Barefooted, raggedly dressed, unkempt youth with glue-stained teeth. You see them everywhere in Nairobi. They flit through the traffic or drag themselves through the crowded streets, ignored or chased away when they solicit help from passers-by. They shelter in the street corners and sleep under the bridges, on the pavements, in ramshackle and derelict buildings, or in rundown parks. They suffer from malnutrition, are sleep deprived, and exposed to the vagaries of nature, the scorching sun, the freezing cold, and the drenching rain. Malnourished, ignored, and feared. They are maltreated and abused even by their peers. These are the children of the ghettos, and each one of them has a story to tell.
Those are the children of the who?
I live in Kibera in a place.
These are the kids, the street, the people in the ghetto here now are saying they are different sides of Africa. You
yeah, well,
see.
That's all throughout Africa. It's you talk about the goddamn inhumanity, and you got these corrupt leaders who don't give a shit. That's Africa completely. You can go Nairobi, that's Nairobi, that's Nigeria, that's Zimbabwe, that's goddamn every black African country, Ghana, Gambia. You can't name one African country you won't find that same shit in. Uganda, there's no African country that you won't find them same fucked up stories. None. All of them. It's not, and that's it. There's not one. There's not one African country you won't find that shit in. That means you have a complete disrespect of the people that you're supposed to govern. When it gets that out of control, that crazy, that kind of poverty there is inhumane. Inhumane.
I was giving just a position or a contrast between Seychelles and what you will find. There are different parts. Like if you go to like white minority South Africa, you will find people living extremely good. You know, they are living in big houses in a white minority South Africa. But look at, and also Seychelles, because Seychelles, most of the hotels there, they are made for white people. And also there else. If you go to Zanzibar as well, you'll find people, those hotels are like that. And also
you heard Muffy Dapper tell you, and you goofy motherfucker with the religion, Allah and Christianity, you believe you're supposed to be poor and impoverished. It's normal. As long as I go to Jesus, I go to heaven. So it's become an African mindset.
this is a problem that you do have on the African continent. But I was saying, did you hear about this? I hope you caught a bit of the video watching a little bit earlier from Seychelles. One hotel, the hotel a night is $400, and also
Yeah,
the
I've
fast.
seen it. I laugh because, but that's
Yeah.
but that big going price because that's where white people go, and it's they it's an island. They want to pay that kind of money. They know black people can't afford it. Why you can't go to Seychelles? They want to know what you're doing here. Why are you here? We know you ain't got no money. We impoverished all you Negroes. We know you ain't got no damn money.
Are you lost, brother? Are you lost?
Yeah.
Have you lost your way?
How the hell did you get here? What you doing?
Yeah, because they will be telling you, you'll be asking how much does it cost to book a room for the night. They will be telling you it's $450.
More than you make in a year.
Anyhow, it does not make any sense because I was saying for $25 you might get an equivalent of the same in Mombasa. If you're using $25, you will get an equivalent in the same room. The same furnished the same way, but in Seychelles,
it's $200.
You'll get the same for $25 or $30, but in
Sure
Seychelles,
so many times. And that is because it's that hard because we're keeping these niggas out of here too. You can't come. We want to know why you're here. We know you ain't got no money.
That is why I haven't seen. That Kenyan YouTubers are going to Seychelles. They know what time it is.
No, you ain't about to Kenyan people. We're going to Seychelles. Like, man, fuck that. It's, what? That's my whole YouTube check. You crazy?
You know.
The only way I go to Seychelles, here you go. We're showing on the map. There's Seychelles right there, nigga. There it is.
For two nights, it's $800. $800 for 2 nights, and for three nights, that would be $1,200 for 3 nights. For 3 nights in our Seychelles. By the time you're done, by the time you're having 5 days there, that's $2,000. $2,000 for 5. And you'd have
Next you know the police, the Seychelles police come locking your ass up if you ain't got the money to pay. I'm waiting on my YouTube check. Well, you waiting in this prison while you're waiting on it.
But anyhow, family, I want to share a bit of a story that is coming all the way from Nigeria, because in Nigeria, I have said time and again that Nigeria somewhat seems to be ungovernable. And recently there was an attack on a plane in Nigeria, which also cost the lives of so many people in Nigeria. Let me bring up this particular video here, and you will see why I always do talk about Nigeria being somewhat a failed state. The same also happens with the neighboring Cameroon there. Let me see.
Yeah, they both failed states.
Let me share this. For Cameroon yesterday or the day before yesterday, there was an attack on the villages, and now bodies are being found everywhere. I will also share that particular story. Sometimes you hear about these stories and you try to examine them, and you just wonder what is to happen with Nigeria and Cameroon at some point. But anyhow, this is what did happen. This is what did happen with the attack on the train. Did I make this?
So our train was attacked 10 minutes to 8. So we just had the sound of like a gunshot or anything. We can't judge what is that. So the train started shaking. After like some minutes, the train just fall down by its side. So after that, we started hearing the sound of a gunshot. So they just break the door of the train through the VIP side. They just came in, carry some people, many people, they shoot many people, they carry many people, take them inside the bush. After like 15 minutes, they come back again. they started shooting their gun. So we are lucky by that time the securities come and save us. I don't know what am I going to say because we have a lot of insecurity in Nigeria because by road we are not safe, by train we are not safe. So the thing is getting hard. And me, I saw these people with my eyes when they come in. They resemble, they are not Nigerians at all because they resemble like Niger or Chadi people because they speak different language, not Fulani, not Hausa, and they are not even matured enough. They are children like 18 to 20 years. They are small children. They even killed she's my sister. They shocked, we are still together. So they shoot her in her stomach. She even dead since yesterday. And they carry a lot of people, take them to push because there was one person that they put him inside car, he just come down, they shoot him in his back. So he was telling us that they bring like 5 Sharon car and different motorcycle. So they just put people inside the cars and just go. But we cannot say anything. We thank the soldiers that save us because they try a lot. They try a lot. Even the time when the soldiers save us from the train, we used to see cops inside the wall.
There was a train attack that did happen in Kaduna State, in Nigeria. And these are ladies trying to give a deal of what did happen with the situation, and but it's crazy.
This is what's left in one of the coaches after the attack. Hundreds of passengers on board. Witnesses say the attackers opened fire after an explosion derailed the train.
I'm not sure whether I'm still able to share this particular one. I thought I was sharing the video. Let me see. While I was sharing that video, seems like I wasn't sharing it, but let me get it. That's not the video. Okay, here it goes.
Hundreds of passengers on board. Many are still unaccounted for. Witnesses say the attackers opened fire after an explosion derailed the train.
When they entered coach SP17, they opened fire and forced out the passengers. One other passenger and I were found hidden under a seat when they emptied our coach. They shot the other man, who died instantly. I stood up and begged for my life. We were herded into the bush, but I managed to slip away in the dark.
There was blood everywhere. It looked like a slaughterhouse. Many people were shot.
The train was only a few kilometers from its destination. The wounded are being treated in hospitals, including this military hospital. It's the second attack on trains in 6 months on the same route.
2 days before Monday night's attack, armed men referred to here as bandits invaded the Kaduna airport and prevented an aircraft from taking off.
Ain't this Kanu? Yeah, so it's ungovernable. It's all that Muslim shit that the British left the house in charge of
in the past 3 years.
Of the country,
attackers have kidnapped hundreds of people on the highway.
They're not gonna do nothing about it.
Have never been heard from.
Because that's their tribe, instead of a country. That's those are our tribal folks. We're not going after our own tribe. Motherfucker, you're out of a country, you morons, not a tribe.
If you do hear that they can stop a bandit, can actually invade an airport and stop a plane from taking off, then you know this is not a country that is working.
And you wonder why people want to secede from that goopy made up country. Hell, I told you, if I don't get people get mad or not, I wouldn't build shit in no fucked up Nigeria. Nothing. It is a failed state of nonsense. Should have been broken up a long time ago. Only reason not because the damn British have put the house and give them weapons so they keep control of the country while their own tribal bandits run around kidnapping, raping, blowing up shit, and there's never no justice because that's part of the tribe. This fucking backward moronic ass shit. Talking about Nigeria's gonna lead Africa. Nigeria can't lead its own self. out of his own goddamn way. Nigeria leading Africa. You crazy? This backward, fucked up ass puppet state. You crazy? Go ahead, Spikes.
The richest country, and they cannot even afford to put together a strong.
It's the richest country in the. It's the richest country in the goddamn. In the goddamn. The richest country in Africa, and its whole goddamn infrastructure is fucked up. In the 1800s, whole place is fucked up. Richest country in Africa, hands down. Because of this now, because the Congo's so bad. Congo's really the richest place on the planet. But let's say, because Nigeria, whatever they produce, they're the richest country. You can't tell nothing between Nigeria, I'm gonna just do South Africa, or Morocco, or Algeria, which is more developed. Of course, you're not gonna find a tragedy on world news. They keep these goofy niggas in power. The Hausa, they're the most corrupt, most fucked up, most backward ass niggas. They run Nigeria. It's a thiefdom. It's a failed state. Is what Nigeria is. A failed fucking state. It's a failed state. It just is what it is. They don't want to call it that because it's the richest country in Africa. Nobody wants to say, hey, Nigeria doesn't work. You had the Igbo tell you that, and the Yoruba tell you it don't work. They don't even want to be in this shit. They want out of it. Split this bullshit up.
They were trying to get their money from these Nigerian banks and be on their own, do their own stuff on the side. But
you know why they won't let them do that? Because all is in Igbo land and parts of Yoruba. Yoruba got that Nollywood shit. And they got the music and other shit. They got Nolly. If they leave, the house will go completely impoverished. Kano State and all that shit be impoverished. That's why they can't let it go, because the Igbo and the Yoruba, that's where the money's at in Nigeria, not in the fucking Hausa region. Hausa, you showed this like you showed the documentary last year, how the Hausas were the dumbest ones in Nigeria. Igbo were becoming the smartest, and the Yoruba becoming smarter, and the Hausa were getting jealous because they were backward and stupid and shit. All the jobs, all the educational jobs were going to the Igbo tribe in the damn Hausa. Not because you can't say because it was nepotism, because the Hausa is the biggest tribe. It's because they were the most qualified. And the Hausa didn't like that. They got angry because they were backwards and stupid. Yeah, we don't care that these people are smart enough. But why don't you educate yourself? No, we just gonna rule because the British left us in rule. Not because they're better, not because they're more talented, because we're a bigger tribe, so we're supposed to rule. But you're the dumbest tribe. Yeah, but so what? So what? Yes, we're the dummies. We're the dummies of the country, so what?
Nigeria, and also you look at some people who might say, oh, Muhammad Buhari is from our tribe, but it does not do anything for your tribe. Neither will the next president, because now the vice president also wants to vie. He has put out his interest in vying for becoming the next president, the current vice president. But even the people from his tribe, there will not be any benefit from being from the president's tribe. You are as poor as you are.
You're poor. No, I didn't. The Europeans didn't put you in power for you to do right. He common sense would say, why don't the Nigerians have their own refineries? Why don't they have their own everything? Huh? Because they're corrupt. They got enough. Why don't they build their own everything they need? Why don't they be self-sustainable? No, why? Because the white man said, no, nigga, you're not stealing my money. I'm stealing the money out of Africa. You're not going to get it. So, put the corrupt puppets in there. Nigeria's so wicked. They were starving the people doing that damn COVID-19 shit. They were keeping those people food in a warehouse so they could sell it back to them later. Shit that was given to them free. They were going to take it and sell it back at a higher price. These government officials to their own people. You're talking about a level of evil and wickedness that this can't be. You're like, what?
Wow. Tense video saying I can't find this tragedy on our world news. It happened a week ago. That is why you will not find it. But right now, the thing is, we are sharing the story because there has been a video that has surfaced showing some of the people that were kidnapped. That is why the story is still current. And some of the people that were kidnapped, there is a video that has come out showing some of these individuals that were taken from the train because many of the people were not also accounted for. Apart from those, those that were shot and killed, there were others that were taken hostage. And this is a second attack on a train in the year, and within a year. And it has also happened, like I did say, a little bit early on from an airport, where we also did have...
ain't nothing gonna happen either. Nothing gonna happen, because there are houses, Fulani, that are doing it. Ain't shit gonna happen. Government's not gonna come out. The government's gonna come out and make some dumb speech. We're on the scene. We're gonna try to bring them to justice. Hey, they've been here 5 months ago blowing up shit and blowing up the airport. Yeah, but we're looking out. We're trying to find. You can't find them in a small country as Nigeria. You can't small them. I mean, you can't find them. It ain't like Nigeria's a huge country. Hell, Nigeria about the same size as Texas. The fuck is you talking about? You can't find these people. You choose not to find them because they're your tribe.
They always do say that they have hidden in the forest, or they are along the border with Cameroon.
In the forest. They're in the forest. You can't take nobody in the forest and get them. What is you talking about? How crazy is cat shit? They're in the forest. So what? Don't you got a military? You can't go in the forest and get them. They're in the forest. Imagine imagine you had a terrorist group in America blowing up people, and the governor or the president say, you know what, they're in the forest. They're like, what? If you don't get these motherfuckers, we will. Fuck is you talking about they're in the forest? So crazy as cat shit.
That is a excuse that is given to them. But I was
yeah,
saying,
you go get them, or we'll go get them. That's what you hear in America. Not no damn they're in the forest shit. They're in the forest. All right, we're good. We're gonna get them in. We're gonna get these bitches in the forest. We're gonna get them and bring you back their bodies. We're gonna get them. Don't worry about it.
They also do have the aircrafts. You know, they do have these aircrafts that they can also use. The military aircraft, so they can also use to go and combat those, but they will not use.
And they're the real military. They can use the helicopters, the fast rope. We call them fast rope from the helicopters down into the forest and eradicate anybody in there. But they're not interested in doing it because that's that tribal shit. That's my tribe. My tribe is killing people. I need these people in my tribe. This moronic ass, backward ass country. Country's fucked up. Backward ass Nigeria.
They expect to have another election in 2023. And so we will just look and see. But I do not see any change coming to Nigeria.
Exactly right, but they're in the forest, so they can't get them. They're in the forest. Imagine somebody say some crazy shit like that. These terrorists went in the forest. Yeah? You gonna go get them? They're in the forest. What the fuck are you talking about? How crazy is cat shit? The African is like, yeah, well, they're in the forest. What can we do? It's just like, what? Yes, the shit that's accepted in Africa is on another level. Just no one in the world would accept the crazy shit that happened. What are you talking about? Well, they blew up some people, killed a bunch of people in the train, and now they're in the forest. Well, you gonna go in the forest and get them? But no, I just told you they're in the forest. What?
That makes it absurd, but that is the truth at the end of the day. In Nigeria, it seems like it's really ungovernable. There are positive things happening in the city, but outside the cities, outside the states, because in Nigeria we do have different states, like Kaduna State, the things that are happening out there, especially in the north and also in the eastern part of the north. You will find that.
That's Hausa Fulani country. All that shit's the Hausa. That's their territory. That's their shit. That's the Hausa. Hausa Fulani. That's their territory. That's their shit. Where's all fucked up at? Ain't it funny? It's their shit. Where's all fucked up?
That is where you will find. That is where you will find.
There's like that nutty ass Katie now just went to the dentist and they pulled out the wrong tooth in her damn head.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's why she's on. Yeah, she's on the damn WhatsApp talking. I told, but when they were going to get their tickets, I wish they would have told me, Katie, get some pain reliever first, and then find a credible dentist. Jesus, only that they pulling out wrong teeth in your head and shit.
She has to get you to the plateau of her mouth because they got the wrong one. That's crazy.
Yeah, they got it wrong too. But she man, it's too late to be mad now. I didn't know this time about her teeth. They been. She just told somebody. You don't just go to no dentist. You don't know the fuck is going on. They pulling out the wrong teeth in your head and shit.
It's like
I'm not trying to laugh, Spike, but goddamn. You know, now you gotta get the other two. You should have just got it filled. Oh, would have been too. I told you would have to stay in Tanzania. You don't worry about your damn dumbass phone. Like, fuck that phone line. You had to wait and get your damn teeth filled. You shouldn't be getting it pulled. You extract the cavity and you let them fill the tooth. You don't get the tooth pulled. Well, it would have been 2 more days. Fuck that telephone line shit.
Telephones, there will be an extension. I can almost bet you 100%.
Of course, that's what I told. Exactly right. Exactly right. So I said, listen, kid, you got no one to blame but yourself. You know, she got no one to blame but herself that she getting teeth pulled out of her head that ain't supposed to be pulled.
Right. The thing is, when it comes to telecom companies are shutting up, they know that they are losing.
I don't know. Do you got WhatsApp on the computer?
No.
I'm about to tell you, damn, I'm gonna tell you to show that picture on the computer. Show it on the show. You see Katie in the damn dentist chair. Dude pulling out the wrong damn tooth.
That's really sad. That's really sad. Sounds like some stuff on the cartoons. Like
exactly. That's Africa, man. You better, you gotta research shit. Katie, you young. You should have waited. You should let me know what you was doing. And then too late to be mad. The tooth gone. The crazy nigga just pulled out any tooth. Come here and get this tooth. That's the wrong tooth. Oh, too late now. It's out now, damn it.
Oh, Big C says that sounds like a scene from our Three Stooges.
That's it, Big C. So, you know, you're getting teeth pulled out that don't supposed to be pulled out and shit. Like, Katie, what are you doing? You're supposed to just wait. Don't worry about the phone. You don't just go get teeth pulled out, you wait.
I know for a fact they have to continue extending because, you know, if a company shuts down telephone lines, it means they're not making any revenue and they will not be in a haste to go and shut
That's
down.
what I was saying, Spike. You all scared. We gotta leave now, kid. We gotta leave now. We gotta leave now. So no, you can wait.
You're losing on money because if you shut down those lines, it's you lose. It's not it's a lose. So you have to give
exactly right, Spike. That's they would have gave you time. Exactly right. Never shut down that day. That's Africa. Shit's always fucked up. That's why they put out your teeth at the wrong fucking place. Put shut your head wrong. Shit ain't even right that.
It's not funny, but it's really sad. But anyhow, family.
That's a lesson you teach your kid, your grandkid. Look at me. Mama was young and stupid. See that tooth is gone. They got my ass with the. I was in Tanzania and they pulled my whole shit out. Yeah.
And then you go back there, and they still get another one wrong. They still get another one wrong. By the time you want your shit fixed, you do not have teeth in your mouth. But anyway, it's bad.
If you guys want to see it, go to Black Hot Fire WhatsApp. I think on your phone. Put WhatsApp on your phone. The Black Hot Fire Network. Hold on, let me see if I can put. Hold on, Spike. Let me see if I can put the thing inside the chat room. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Hold on.
On the network or on the YouTube?
No. On here where you at? Right here. No, not the network, but on the WhatsApp app group. See if I can.
Okay.
Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. Let me. Yeah. Let me just grab the copy the thing. Hold on. Give me a second. Add participants here. Invite via link. Yeah, here we go. So share link. Is it copy link? Send link. Okay. Is it copy link? Let me copy the link.
Copy link. Yeah, then I paste it on the chat.
Hey, let me copy the link and let me place it on here. If you guys want to go in, you guys will see for yourself. Let me go here. Go to let's go to comments. Okay, let me post this thing here. Okay. Here you guys go to the link.
Yeah,
To the WhatsApp chat. Yeah, they go to link to the WhatsApp group, Black Eye Fire group. Go in and join that group. You'll see Katie's mouth. But the mouth say, calm down, gal. Calm down. You got the wrong tooth. So what? This is Africa. Shit happens.
Yeah, shit happens. Anyhow, family, check it out on the WhatsApp. Also join us on the official network website is www.blackcoatfirenetwork.com.
Yeah, because I got it. Yeah, because Joe taking picture in the chair. Kay looking all calm. She said, oh, damn. You took out my wrong tooth. I'm like, damn. How do you take out the wrong damn tooth? God damn.
Just 32 of them. It's not like there are million of them there. There are just 32 of them in the mouth. It's not like you have a million of them there. But anyway. How
do you think? They go to link, family. They go, that's the WhatsApp family chat room link. And then Katie, should have waited, sweetheart. Good God, so sad you walk around with no teeth in your head because this is crazy. Ain't like you can sue him in Africa. Hell, he ain't got no damn money.
You can do, you just eat your pie and I go back home. It's not really anything.
All right. Just when you bite down on something, you have something missing on the side. You can't chew that part. Mama, you can't chew that part of the pie. No, motherfucking Tanzania got me. Got my tooth.
It's crazy. Yeah, but yes, make sure you check that out, and also the official network, our website. Find us there as we to continue discussing on our different.
Much love, fam. I'll see you back here later on.
Our Black Coat Network already. Black Coat Network already station on Facebook and also on the official website. Please make sure you sign up on there as well. So that we are able to.
Let me go back over to the website and talk to Katie. Let me know if she's all right. Katie gonna look like East Virginia.